Shortly after 3 p.m. This afternoon, police and emergency services arrived here on Hadlow Road at Gundaroo in response to an aircraft collision crash on the property behind me here. When police arrived with RFS services, there was a small grass fire and obviously a catastrophic collision of a small light aircraft. The RFS extinguished the plane. Unfortunately, there are no survivors. Police are working with the ATSB, the Air Transport Safety Bureau, into an investigation into this crash. We're still working on establishing who was in the plane and how many. We do not know those details at this stage. It is very early in our investigation, only being a couple of hours after the impact. And police will be working here through the night with a crime scene. Air Traffic Safety Bureau investigators are on the way to the scene. They will be here tonight. And we will carry out those investigations, determine over the period of time the cause of the crash.
Are there any early indications of what might have happened?
There's nothing at this stage, it's too early. There's minimal witnesses, obviously being in a remote regional area. There's not a lot of other avenues for determining what happened. We'll leave that to the ATSB in their investigations with the aircraft and the debris that's left to work that out. At this stage, we'll just be processing our crime scene investigation tonight and hopefully establish over a period of time what the cause was.
The Superintendent, we can see from the wreckage, and you've obviously been down there yourself, this looks to be a catastrophic incident. How would you sort of, describe what has unfolded? I mean, the plane was obviously flying at significant altitude when something has happened, and it's ended in quite a catastrophic way, would you say?
Yes, as I said before, we really don't have many details about the flight path of the plane. However, the collision is heavy impact, which has caused a fire, and as I said, no survivors of that aircraft.
Is it the sort of aircraft, does it look like there were a few people in there?
It is, we're not able to establish that.
Sure.
It is a significant crime scene.
Is there any sort of manifest or anything like that police can rely on to know how many people perhaps should have been on the plane?
Yeah, those inquiries will take place over the next few hours, and we will work with our air authorities to determine that, and then work out who was the pilot and if there were any passengers on the plane.
What sort of work specifically will be carried out over the next few hours? I mean, you mentioned that you'll have forensics here overnight, but talk us through, how they're going to be working and what they're going to be doing over the next few hours and what they have to do.
Yeah, at the moment, the crime scene there will just be looking around that immediate impact site, but then they'll obviously be canvassing of the area to determine if there's any other debris, and that will just carry on through the next few hours. It is a timely process. So it's imagined that it will take a few hours.
Is there a point where you say that there's not enough light to go on and you stop and then?
No, this will continue through the night. Yeah.
I actually got one question. Who called emergency services?
I don't know exactly, but I believe it was a local resident who obviously saw the flames and smoke on impact.
Do we know if there are any other witnesses apart from the resident who called this in?
Witnesses at the moment are being canvassed. We obviously have the person who notified emergency services, and we would ask that anyone else that might have in this area who might have seen the plane just prior to the collision, whether it was incurring any trouble or what they saw afterwards, just to contact police.